Okay, my next guest. Okay. I do need to read it because I don't know this person too well.
Someone had to staple that.
This is pages. Well, you've got a lot going on in your life.
No.
Your publicist sent this over.
That's not true. My publicist has no idea I'm here.
Your publicist...
I got a text last night at 9 p.m. saying, can you do Thanks, Dad, tomorrow? I was like, absolutely. Not from you. Not even from you.
I had my people.
You had your people who are my people.
Reach out to you.
I'd be like, do you want to come in? I was like, of course. Okay,
Thank you for doing this.
Read your paper.
Read my damn paper. Do I need to read all of this, Bowen?
Yeah.
Is it okay if I just do the first bit?
Yeah, it'd be awkward if it cut off randomly at the bottom of the page. But read it.
Okay, I'll just do the first bit. I'm sorry to you and your publicist. I'm not going to be able to read both pages, but the intro.
Is this a prepared bit that you've done?
No, I'm just fucking with you. Okay. My next guest is an actor who you know from... Why am I doing that? My next guest is an actor who you know from Wicked for Good. Oh, don't laugh at your credits. Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And his very own podcast, Las Culturistas. Yes. It's Bowen Yang.
Hello, King.
Hello.
Thanks, King.
Thanks, King. That should have been the podcast.
Well, now that the guests are no longer fathers, you should just...
I know. Also, I was thinking that today. Do I need to do a rebrand?
I think this is Micah Rucci's doing. Was it his idea to bring on non-father guests?
It was not his idea, but I think that Micah, he was a proponent.
Yes.
And I always was going to establish form to break form. That was always the intention.
That is your signature. You establish form to break it.
Is that what you tell people about me?
I said Nwodim signature is establishing form to break form.
I was always, you're not a dad. You're not a dad in any way.
What are you? No, it's as if we've never met. What's happening?
I'm a professional, Bowen. This is my podcast.
This is your podcast about.
No, okay, no. Tell me how you are.
I'm great, King. Do you want to ask me who I...
Oh, no, don't tell me. He's like, do you want to do the thing they said you do at the top of your every podcast episode? I'm just saying hi. He's screaming at me.
I am ecstatic to see you.
I'm happy to see you, too.
I'm thrilled.
I'm so happy. Okay, who or what do you want to say thanks to?
I want to say thank you to many things.
Okay.
And then I want to ask you, because I know you complain about not being asked.
Nobody asks me.
Nobody asks you, and I genuinely want to know.
Okay.
I want to thank Pret Manger for that delicious sandwich I just ate, and and I think some of the top tier iced coffee in the city.
Sleeper, so people don't realize.
Some people don't realize, and it gives me that comforting, franchisey thing where like, oh, the Pret you're gonna get, the coffee you're gonna get at Pret here is gonna be the same you get in London.
Yes, I know that reliability.
I like that.
Okay.
I want to thank Peacock.
Okay.
You can watch Below Deck and Hamnet on the same platform. That's amazing.
Okay, shout out to Peacock.
And I want to thank 1.5 Speed. Because I was really trying to cram it in before the Oscars, and I gotta say, you don't lose anything if you're watching the whole thing at 1.5 or at 2, whatever you want, because it's relative, right?
Yeah, yes.
So the pacing is still apologies to the Oscar-winning editor and writer and director of One Battle After Another. But I was like, this is great.
So then it was over in what amount of time? Because I remember being roughly
it's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And so it was over in what?
Sorry, this is math. I'm sorry to do this.
No, that's okay. It was 2 hours.
Okay, great. Saved yourself 40 minutes.
I know.
That's worthwhile. I've never thought to listen or watch anything at sped up speed.
Really?
And I don't say that as I'm virtuous.
No.
Like when people talk about it, I'm like, yeah, part of my thing that I'm always like, my time, I don't have time. I'm like, I should speed shit up.
I feel like you could really, I don't know, benefit. No, I'm saying no. Not
I know you're being earnest.
I'm just saying you're a busy person.
Yeah. Yeah.
This really helps with busy people.
So what's the first busy people? Let's talk about busy people. Wait. What's the first thing you watched sped up or listened to sped up, if you remember? I feel like watch is a bigger deal than even a podcast.
Watch is demonic.
Yeah, demon time.
Is demon time. That's the real demon time.
That's actually.
What was the first thing that I listened to sped up? Mm-hmm. I don't know, This American Life, early days of podcasting.
Okay.
So I don't know, Serial.
Oh,
The
you listen to Serial
show.
sped up?
Yeah, absolutely.
What? I was like there for every pregnant pause. I was
You wanted. Oh, but it's some podcast app, including the official Apple Podcasts app, like will do like shortened silences.
Oh,
But not
okay.
not by too much, but just a hair so that you're not. But I guess that I understand if people take issue with, because that is like relative. You don't want to lose any connective tissue.
Yeah. Okay. This is something I'm genuinely going to look into, because I've just never taken advantage of it.
I think again,
Okay.
you could benefit. What do you want to think?
Oh, okay. Thank you for asking me. Ooh. Who or what do I want to say thanks to today?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of. Okay, let's think about it.
Okay.
But okay, I'm gonna take a pause, and people can
Yes.
speed through this part as I take my own 9 month pregnant pause, full term pause. I want to say thanks.
I'm putting you on the spot. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's good. Oh my God, it's good.
Oh.
It's good. It's so good. I almost broke a glass. I want to say thanks to you for being able to do this and saying yes
love
to
you.
doing it last minute. I love
Of course,
you.
no problem.
I want to say thanks to. My goodness, hold on. There's something.
I'm
it's
putting
coming.
you on the
No, you
spot.
are, but
No,
it's good.
you
No,
can
I like
revoke
it.
the thanks. Okay.
I'm not gonna. Because one thing I'm gonna do.
Rescind the thanks.
I'm not. I'm rescinding that thanks. I actually don't want to say thanks to you. Never mind. So pretend this segment didn't happen.
Yeah.
No, but okay. I want to say it's really nice to see. I was out of town, so I was seeing my door person.
Yes.
So nice to
Love.
just see. There's one. He prays for me. I love him.
Do you want to say his name?
Marquez.
Marquez.
I do want to say his name, Marquez. He prays for me. It's so
How much
kind.
did you tip him at Christmas? I'm kidding. Wait, no,
Wait, are you supposed to tip them at Christmas?
No,
I'm just
no,
kidding.
no.
I'm just-
Oh
my God,
You
are you-
didn't know you had to.
Oh my God, because I lived in LA. Am I supposed to tip them at Christmas? No.
No, actually, you're onto something.
No, but I but don't,
Wait, no, don't take that out.
No.
Me advocating for
He's
reducing
joking,
your tips.
guys. He's joking. We do comedy. It's jokes. It's jokes. It's he's a ha-has.
It's he's and ha-has.
Yeah, no, love him. Truly, every time I see him. And I think I haven't seen him in some time, so it was like, oh my gosh, my guy. So yes, that's who. And then my dog.
Yes.
Thanks to my dog, Chiefy McChieferton.
How's he doing?
He's so good. He's calmer than ever. I'm very into this phase. Not that he was ever like a maniac per se, but he's just like a calm little sweet baby.
Is he more stately now? He's like what, 3?
He's
4?
3. He turned 3 a few days ago.
Terrible twos, even in dog years.
It's
is a
real.
thing.
It's real. Do you want kids?
Oh.
I'm just thinking about this.
No. Never, ever, ever.
Are my transitions
Yes.
so bad?
No, you don't have to be good at transitions. So you
The
have.
editors.
I think you have the sort of presence and sort of gravitas, and people love you so much that you don't need a transition.
You're so kind. Thank you. You can just shock someone with a question
Yes.
and go, "Do you want children?"
No.
You don't, but you don't want them. You've never wanted them?
I was on the fence, and lately I'm like, what? I mean, the kids are struggling now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it getting better for the kids.
Okay.
For the proverbial kids.
Yes.
And there are moments where you're like, oh, they're all right. But then in the grand scheme of the world, I think it's just tough for anybody to raise a child.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to say not at this time.
Not at this moment, but that could change.
Sure.
That could I say that could change just because it sounds like legalese to be like not at this moment, but that is something that could change at some point in the future. But yeah.
I know we were both pre-med legends. Do you think now in hindsight you would have had fun doing pre-law or going to law school? Because now I think med school is so silly.
Yeah.
For
us.
in hindsight, I'm like what a silly notion for me.
Exactly. For me, that was never going to be even remotely right.
When
for
did you
me.
know? I don't think we've talked about this. Like, when did you know in the program, in the pre-med program at USC, that you were like, this is a fucking joke? Or like, I'm not
it's
in
too
this.
serious. Well, it's like
It's too serious.
Yeah, it's too serious. It's too serious, and I don't think until after college, legitimately, did I understand. Wait, Ego, you're okay. This is gonna. How do I? I'm gonna try my best to articulate this. Like, I think after college, I stopped feeling like in a system, which is the school system or the education system. And it's like, this is the thing you go from 9th grade to 10th grade to now your freshman year of college. Like, I was just so in the system that it wasn't until after I graduated college and like a couple of years, to be honest, where I was like, well, of course you didn't like being a biology major. If you think back to high school, you hated all your science. They're not classes you enjoyed either in any way, shape, or form. And so, like, you are a person, right? You're not just, like, this robot in a machine and going through the motions. Yes. And so, like, the evidence was there before I go. It actually tracks. Like, you didn't like it then. And I like math a lot. So, like, I kind of enjoyed chemistry because there was math. Yep. I mean, physics is math as well. But, like, I don't think I took a physics class in college. So
chemistry was more fun math because it was, like, there were just different rules to it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. And so, like, you have a chemistry degree.
I have a chemistry degree.
Yeah. So like, I just it was after, and I think during it, I was being silly the whole time. Like, and my classmates were very serious.
Yes.
And so it's like when you look back in retrospect, I'm like, oh, totally, girl. But they were all like, gotta get into med school, gotta get into med school. And this summer, I'm doing this thing at this internship, and I'm like, but I didn't know I had options also, though.
Of course.
Did you feel you had options?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I think we both have medical professional mothers who were like, and we love them, we idolize them, and it made sense to model it after them, perhaps. I don't mean to project.
No, but it's true. Yeah. That's what I knew. That's all I knew.
Yes. And so I certainly didn't feel like I had options, even while I was doing comedy at school, like in undergrad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I relate to this completely. Love math.
Yeah.
I'm getting things in my algorithm that are like solve for X.
Fun.
And the
actually.
3x equals 27. I'm like 9. Or why is this like
how's the algorithm? Why is algebra in my algorithm?
Right.
That's how much you love math.
That's how much I love math.
My algorithm currently, and I was just talking to Rashida about this last night, because I feel, because of the industry we're in and who we know and who our friends are, and I'm curious if you feel this way. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you just are like overwhelmed with industry stuff when you go on Instagram in this position that we're in, and it's all industry, and you're kind of like, okay, I work in the industry, and then when I like go to like doom scroll, it's industry because who I follow, and then like I go to check my email and the news is industry, and I'm like, how do I mean, I know how I need to get off the internet and my phone, but like, do you ever feel that, like the constant like it's our job in your face all the time?
Yes.
What we do. Yeah. So, yeah.
And there's no escaping it except for math.
Math.
Well, legitimately, does this sound appealing to you at all?
Yeah.
I order like a 7th grade pre-algebra workbook meant for 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
And like, instead of like a coloring book situation,
I would fuck with that.
Like easy math problems.
I would fuck with that. I enjoyed. I used to love my senior year of college sitting down. So I was a business minor.
Oh my!
And so like I picked it up because, and I had this like ass backwards idea. It's not ass backwards. I just didn't know anything. To me, college was 4 years. So I was actually done my bio degree.
Wait, what do you mean to you? College was
to
4
me
years?
Because I was like, it has to be 4. There's like you're here for 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but my bio degree was actually done with the exception of one class by my senior year, which was also crazy. That like did not.
It could have been 3. You're saying
it could have been 3, and like I could have maybe like stuffed one class into that 3rd year, or like I guess take one class my senior year. And I was like, so I had picked up 2 minors to be like, it's got to do the 4th year.
You are. I love you.
But I didn't know. And the things you know now, I'm like,
I
and even the way we stacked my classes, I kind of just took their template and was like, yeah, for sure, and let's do them early in the morning and get them. It was all wrong. Everything was wrong.
You didn't go to an 8 a.m. lecture.
Honey, 8 a.m. And this is probably when I should have known bio pre-med wasn't for me. I'd show up to my 8 a.m. biology class. I'd sit in the front row, diligent student. I'd put my book like this, and I would lay down in the front row with regularity.
Why even go?
Why
That's
even
what
go?
I always wanted to ask these people. I'm like, why are you? Not only why are you here, why are you front freaking row?
Why were I front row? And it wasn't like I can't help myself. It was like, I'm here, set my book up, it's my pillow, and I'm this.
That was
in the
that
front row.
That was more comforting than staying in bed.
Well, because staying in bed felt like I'm not doing my responsibilities. But like I showed up, I put clothes on, we brushed our teeth, we washed our face,
Wow.
I've showered, whatever. I'm here, I'm in my clothes, put a little makeup on to go to sleep. Front row in front of the professor. I think about that girl so often. And I'm like, honey, what did you think this was? You thought that was a good idea. I know.
And this is, well, I think this says, what does this say about you? This says that you...
Don't try to compliment me. Be real.
I'm being real.
Okay, go. Be real. Don't compliment me.
I'm not going to... You don't know where this is going. You will show up with just the right amount of detachment.
I like this.
You know what I mean?
Thank you for that.
And that was a compliment.
It was a compliment, and I knew it was going to be. But I am kind of like, yeah. I know that in high school I cared so much about attendance, and
Yes.
that was like stupid, and in retrospect I'm like, who cares about attendance?
Totally.
And like showing up did really resonate with me. But I'm like, the level of disrespect to do that, and I didn't feel connected to most of my because especially
Me
the science
neither.
ones.
I never went to office hours once.
Yeah.
Just telling you.
Star.
And
look at how he turned out.
No.
Kids in college.
No.
This man never went to office hours,
wish I
and
did.
now. Do you
It feels
actually?
like in movies and TV shows, it's like, come to my office hours. And then it cuts to the next scene or whatever.
I just want to live a movie.
I just want to live like a movie.
When did you
My
know
life a movie.
chem was not for you and pre-med was not for you?
Year
What was
3.
the culture that made you say chemistry is not for me?
Okay, no. Year 1, like standard chem, I was like, this sucks. You know what really hooked me, which is never the trajectory usually, was organ, like orgo, OChem,
And that's the thing people struggle with, and they're like, I have to drop out.
To me, it felt like these are puzzles. This is like a dungeon in Zelda or whatever. This is like a crossword. This is whatever. This is like a logic puzzle. I can do. Like, I want to take the LSATs just to do the logic puzzles, which I hear are no longer on the LSAT.
Oh, so you're like, I don't need to. You don't need to take the LSAT for a number of reasons now anymore, but especially because the puzzles are gone.
Let's take the LSAT. Let's take the bar. I want to go to the Javits Center and sit in that big ass room
and take the bar.
Well, that would be fun.
The way I would fail the bar if I just decided to go pop it into I'm so smart.
That would be fun.
It kind of would be fun. We should consider it.
Something very appealing in the opposite way of like, oh, like a 12-year-old algebra book. I want to do something that I know I will fail at just to like say that I sat through it and did. I know, like, I can just like truly beef it.
Yeah.
And have it be okay, and like this has no bearing on me. Like, well, of course that makes it different, but you know what I mean?
Of course, because it's like not our industry, so it makes it a little easier. But I enjoy failing in the ways I like to. But I love to do a thing that makes me like so uncomfortable and is so out of my realm of whatever.
Yes.
I do enjoy that, so that resonates.
What do you want to? What's the next venture?
What's the next thing?
I think let's go to Javits.
We should take the bar. I will be so bad at the bar.
Let's go with Kim K. Let's go. Did she pass it?
I think she passed because when she was at SNL, she was taking it again
she had her big binder.
She had her binder and she was like studying for it, and she had it. I think it was her second or third time taking it when we were there.
Yes,
she's working on it. I think she passed.
We
should text her.
You have her number.
I don't have her number.
I don't think anyone. I don't think she connected with anyone except Pete, I guess.
Well, also people like that. I feel like Kim Kardashian probably changes her number all the time.
Of course.
Do you change your number often, or is it the same?
Where are you genuinely asking?
I'm asking because I don't know if I have your number anymore.
Shut up.
Okay.
I have a new one that I don't use.
A separate situation.
I have a 917.
I have a 917 as well. Okay, wait. Pause. Pregnant. Pause.
9-month pregnant.
Okay. The 917.
Yes.
Did you get that for business so that you could give why did you get the second number?
I got the second number because I was like, just in case, like if the towers go down in Denver, I don't know. I don't really know why.
Okay. Okay.
But it was like I was like, oh, like I might as well just. Yeah, I don't know. It was a JIC. I have no idea.
Okay.
There's no practical reason for it.
Okay. And for our listeners at home, JIC is just in case.
Or Jesus
is Christ.
Is Christ.
So Jesus is Christ.
Jesus is Christ. Why did you get the 917?
I'm going to tell you that.
I'm
going to tell you that in a minute, but I have a question. No, I'll tell you.
Oh.
But do you have are you on a family plan with yourself?
Yes. Up until very recently, I defected.
You defected from your
family plan.
So now your family plan is just your two numbers.
It's just my two numbers.
I have a 917. My 917 number is not real, but I have it.
Got it.
Twist.
What do you mean not real? Like it's like a Google phone
it's an
thing?
app on my phone.
Oh, great. Yes, I understand.
So that like everyone doesn't have to have the number.
But do you ever think about this with phone numbers? Area codes aside, there's only 7 digits. So there's only
Come on, math. Come on, math.
There's only like a million numbers, and a million's not a million's not that much. You know what I mean? Like,
and he's talking about money.
We're buying up all the internets.
Yes.
We're buying up all the Verizons. The
I know.
AT&Ts.
Well, it was like even having to get. I remember when the Baltimore area code was like split because it was like there's too many 410s, and it was like, well, first we got area codes because we were using up all the numbers.
Yes.
Then we got area codes for that reason, and then the Baltimore area code split, and I was like, oh my gosh, my house number's authentic, and then my cell's part of the split. Am I really
authentic?
I'm like OG.
Wow.
OG authentic. Yeah.
So and how do you have like the 917 will always be fake. In the app.
I know, but then I think about getting another one because to your point about towers being down, there was a day. And we're talking about the cell towers.
The cell towers. Oh my God, you took it there.
I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You did.
No.
I set him up to take it there. Baby, don't take the bait. Baby, don't take the bait.
Baby, don't take the bait.
No, but the towers were. So I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if you know about this because I don't. Verizon.
9/11? No.
Shut up. See?
Wait,
See?
I can tell you about 9/11. No. What happened? What happened?
Well, the towers were knocked down. We're gonna cut my part. We'll go to Bowen.
Ego.
Oh my God! So the towers. The cell towers
went down.
For Verizon went down.
In Baltimore or just?
Honey, in New York.
In New York.
Gotham City, no joke. I'm not kidding. This was, okay, right now the month is March. My concept of time is really fucked right now.
Mine too.
So
I'm
going to say it was January.
Of this year.
Okay. January.
Yes, I remember that day.
Honey.
Yes.
The cell phones,
Yep.
they stopped working.
Yep.
All of Verizon, the most reliable network supposedly. No, my phone just stopped working. It went into SOS. It kind of does that. I got the new phone and it was doing that already.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay, I have to shut it down. Like I got this new phone that gives me problems. But I turn it off, turn it on, and I'm doing that for like 20 minutes in my kitchen. I have errands, meetings to get to.
Yep.
And I was like, well, okay, I guess I have to try to remember the map route or take. Well, I have Wi-Fi in my house, so I get the route and I take screenshots because I'm like the phone's not working, and then I get where I'm going. And well, first I was like, I'm gonna go to Verizon because there's one right by my meeting. I go to Verizon. It is in fact Gotham City. The staff standing in a line at the Verizon in Soho, and a bunch just mayhem in the store. A bunch of people, and I could see the staff basically deadpan, dissociated, and being like, "There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do," and people being like, I thought it was just my phone, and I was like, I thought it was just mine. And then everywhere I go I could hear people I'm passing in Soho being like, my phone's not working, the phone's not working, and I was like, this is crazy. It was like that until 10 p.m. So it started at noon, earlier, and it was like that till after 10:15 p.m.
The grid is not stable.
It's not, and it was just weird to see how much I rely on the phone. So when you talk about the towers being down, no, genuinely. I'm not trying to be funny.
I know.
I'm trying to be funny.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't trying to be funny.
And so
yes, and
does that attitudinally change anything for you about having the 917? I don't think that makes a difference.
It doesn't make a difference because if I got another phone number, it would be on Verizon.
It would be on Verizon.
It's just because I'm like, I'm not going to change providers because that one day. But also they had no explanation. They were like, they sent a tweet out at or Threads or a tweet out at 1 p.m. being like, we're aware and we're working on it. And then we didn't hear from them for the rest of the day. And then it was just like my cell service started working at 10:15. We don't know what happened.
Oh,
Yes.
they never. They
no,
never
no, there
explained
was
why.
not like this is what happened. No, just all of crazy. Yeah.
Damn.
So good to have two numbers.
What would be in your like prepper kit if that were to happen again? And
Like, oh, if this like the cell phone
I'm
towers.
equating the towers going down with just
It
a
felt
society.
like it felt like apocalyptic a touch. Truly walking through Soho
No,
and being like, it was so weird. I'm like, none of us can. You can't use the map. I couldn't call an Uber to get to. I was like, oh, I don't know. So it is a bit disorienting.
Yes.
I think.
It can be.
I
Okay,
think
be
a hot
chief,
spot. I keep thinking, yeah, okay. I want a hot spot.
Okay.
I want a hot spot. I want chief.
But the hotspot also goes down with the towers. Like there's like the hotspot is just bricked. If
Are you calling me stupid on my own podcast? You can't do that on my podcast.
I can't. I know.
I'm just kidding. No, okay. So, okay, forget it. I need to just disconnect, is what you're saying. If,
No,
if they go
no.
down, I need to disconnect. I'm getting pen and paper.
Yes, stamps. Because the post office will be open.
The post office, rain, sleet, snow,
Yep.
cell towers down, the post office is
Yep.
open. My dog,
Yes.
my photos from my high school prom.
Oh.
I have the album, that's the physical. They have not been digitized. They're in my apartment in New York. I have no storage space, but I have those.
Have we talked about what made prom so special?
No, but I do want to know from you first.
Sure.
What made prom so special?
I went with junior year. I went with Laura Lockwood. Senior year, I went with Alex Towner. They were both girls I did.
We
improv
try not
with.
to say last names on this podcast.
You
just to
shut
protect
up. You said Micah Rucci.
Okay, sorry.
Try not to say it
Just to
last.
protect the identity.
But you were saying something really interesting
Okay,
the
sorry,
other
my
day,
love.
which was there was an era of reality television where we weren't saying.
Yes, I was
first and
talking about
last
this.
names.
I was like, we just weren't, and it was like so and so H or so and so
Yep,
last.
yep.
But now it's like whatever. It's all out there now.
But you're right, because of social media.
Yeah.
It's like we want to look them up first and last.
Yes. Okay, but you went with these.
I went with these girls.
Yeah.
Just the big draw was that it was at Invesco Field, Mile High Stadium, whatever,
Okay.
like the big arena or the big stadium, I should say.
Yeah.
But it was just like in like a conference room. It wasn't like out in the field
Yeah.
or anything. But there was a chocolate fountain and people freaked out.
Went
over
crazy for that.
Went crazy over the
Were you
chocolate.
nervous to ask either of them? Did you have nerves asking?
No, because it was very out of the closet. It was so like when you're a gay guy, it's just like there's not at least in when we were in high school, it was like
Yeah.
you're not going with another guy unless you're like coupled up.
Okay.
And so it's like you're basically going stag, but your date is like an ally girl.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
And that's what it was.
Okay.
Okay, so what was so special about prom?
I stayed out. I like went to parties,
Mm-hmm.
like, which was a twist because I didn't party in high
Right,
school.
right.
So like I did the like, I asked a friend, and I was like, he had graduated I think the year before, and I'm gonna cough, and so that's why I sound like this.
Sponsored by allergies.
You know this.
Yes. They're bad right now.
Allergies are fucking me.
I'm sorry.
Do you see my eyes? You maybe can't see. Do you hear my voice right
I
now?
hear your voice. I can't see your eyes. What do you mean?
You can't see my eyes.
No, I'm.
They're brown,
You're
bro. And I know they're
asking-
not baby blue, but you
put
can
the words
see
in
my
mouth.
You can see my okay. I don't know if we're gonna cut that out because I do say we're sponsored by allergies because allergies are real,
Allergies
and
are real.
I genuinely don't cut out.
You can't.
You have to let people know that none of this is perfect. I'm passionate about it.
I mean,
Passion of the JIC. Okay, so
yes, Jesus is
okay,
Christ.
okay, so I asked a friend. He had graduated. I was like, I'll pay for your tux rental, whatever. Just come with me. Like,
You paid for his tux rental.
yeah, because he didn't. I don't even know if we even knew each other well. Like we knew each other in passing, and he was like a nice guy. And I go, oh my gosh, I don't have a date. I didn't even think about this
is
because
the beginning of rom-com.
I was so not boy crazy
Right.
in high school at all.
Yeah.
And so I was like, shit, I didn't think about this, but
Uh-huh.
I do need to ask someone. And I asked him, and I think he worked at Annie Ann's Pretzels. So I lived by the mall, and I think
Great.
one Friday we got dropped off at the mall, or I did. He's working, and I was like, oh, Robert, do you want to go to prom with me? And he's like, yeah, I'll go. And I was like, yeah, I'll pay for the stuff. And so he came to prom with me, but it was like so platonic. And then I like went out and partied with my friends. I was like, oh my gosh, we're drinking Smirnoff Ice.
Sure enough, ice and what else?
It was
Coke, weed,
coke, weed, ketamine, heroin, oxy.
You're doing oxy at
Imagine
17,
me, yeah.
18.
Imagine me casually.
I don't know.
Imagine me. I'm like, I'll have a headache and be like, no, I think my body
No,
can beat
I
this.
know, I know. Okay.
It's ridiculous, but that's what I think that was. But it was very cutesy, and it was like, okay, it's come and it's gone, and it doesn't matter.
But the photos are going in the kit.
The photos are going in the kit because I'm like, I loved my dress. I thought I was J-Lo with the Versace green. I had a red dress. Just a red gown and a deep cut here.
Deep cut.
It was a deep cut, too grown, but it was like classy because then there was this little like rhinestone situation keeping the sides together.
I'm inspired.
I'm just like, because I feel I don't have so many memories from
that
high school, middle school. Like I just feel like I don't have.
What happened?
Do you think trauma made us forget, or just life got busy? They swear it's trauma.
They swear. But then, does the trauma and the trauma is of the time?
Apparently, yeah. That's like why you don't remember a period, supposedly. I'm not a scientist. I mean, I guess technically we are a scientist.
Biology major,
we both have these degrees. Would you sure. Yeah. Would you have described high school as a bit traumatic?
I think so. In hindsight, you know what? Mm-hmm. The lovely people at my school, in fact, one staff member who is now retiring, his name's Scott Cohen. He was like the activities director. He like was kind of the sponsor of like the student government and all that. It was like the guy, like all like the squeaky clean, I'll say, like kids, like really like bonded with him, and he was a swim coach. He was great, wonderful, upstanding, honorable staff member. He's retiring now, and then he, in his retirement act, I guess, is doing like a Hall of Fame for the Smoky Hill High School sort of legacy.
Yeah.
And it's me and I believe I'm gonna say not Mark Normand. It's like some other like broy or stand-up guy, which is so funny. But it's like, but they're doing a Hall of Fame, and they like they're asking me if I can go, and I was like, I can't. I'm in production that week, and I'm also kind of like, it just seems disingenuous to go back to my high school and be like, thank you, this was great. It wasn't, and that's okay.
And that is okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like I had, oh my god, and. My one teacher who I love and adore and like changed the course of my life, and like it's a wonderful example of like teachers in general and just public school teachers just like being wonderful sort of community members and whatever. Texted me this past week and being like, so your old teacher is in town and would love if you reached out and like said hi to the students. This old teacher was like terrible to me. And so I'm like, no freaking way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's trauma. I guess as I'm describing it was like not...
Lowercase t?
Lowercase t.
Is that helpful? Lowercase t maybe?
Yes.
Because sometimes I'm like, something was traumatic, but I'm like, that feels so dramatic to call it traumatic. Like, it's not that. It's not
there's
that.
A spectrum.
Yeah, there's a spectrum.
Lowercase t.
Lowercase t.
But like, the top is a little short. And I don't know.
So it's like...
Like a lowercase t with a long top. Long top is like the lowest case. And then as it gets shortened, as it starts to resemble uppercase
t. So so yours falls on we're talking high school long top?
I think it's like Jesus is Christ, like perfect crucifix.
Got it. Okay. You know what I mean? Got it. Right in the middle there.
Right. Well, not even in the middle.
It's not in the middle. It's a little bit above middle.
Yes.
It's a little bit above middle. Got it. I've been visioning it.
Where the stigmata go, where the hands go.
Okay. I now know.
The body.
I see it.
Okay. What about you?
High school, lowercase t. No T, I don't feel. I had
no T?
You
walked me to calling my high school experience traumatic.
You see what I did there? That's called journalism, people.
No!
That's called journalism. I hope the press picks it up, clip it, run with it. Bowen Yang. No, genuinely, I think I had more college tea, but it was also just like such culture shock going to LA from Baltimore. I was so like, it's okay. Life isn't meant to be happy. Like every day. And so it's more that, but it was also like just I chose the major I had. I kind of chose it. And again, the culture shock of moving from Baltimore to LA, which is just a very different kind of place.
Of course.
And then also private school. And I did go to public school my whole life. So shout out to public school. I want to say thanks to them.
Thanks to them.
Thanks to public school. But yeah, high school was kind of like whatever. I just always remember just being like, can't wait to grow up. Can't wait to move. That was always my vibe. Like, can't wait to move to one of the big cities. Yeah.
Well, I remember right around graduation, we were just out doing some activity, and there were parents there, and then one of them was talking to someone else about their call, like they were going to like CU Boulder, whatever. And then I remember this because it sent a chill down my spine. It felt so wrong at the time and still does. But it was this parent going, "We'll enjoy college because they're the best years of your life." And I was like, that can't be true.
Yeah.
Like, I refuse for that to be true.
I love that you knew that, though, in real time. You're like, that's dark. Because even when people say that about high school, I used to hear it about high school. This is the best years of your life. No, honey, not by a long shot. Not by a long shot thus far. And I've lived some life now, and I'm like, wrong. And I knew that was wrong, and I wasn't even experiencing any crazy. I was like, this is fine. This is fine. These are the best years of my life. No way. Can't be.
Now we have to apply this to SNL. No, we don't. Okay,
best years of your life. When people say that, would you say?
Well, not enough time has passed for us
to discern.
Mm-hmm. I had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Okay. So.
I had a complicated time, and that's gonna get clipped out.
That's clipped.
No.
Isn't it crazy that you can't just talk to your friend on a podcast in front of microphones and not have it be clipped? Why do I halfway believe that? I'm like, guys, it's not that.
It's not that deep.
They got to fill their quota of articles and are like, Bowen said. And
exactly.
It's fine, guys.
No, it's fine. It's normal. It's
I really want to be like, guys, it's fine.
They're not going to put that in, but they're going to put that in the article, though.
They're not going to say that part. They're not going to go where he says it's a job.
But why won't you say it?
Because I want to ask you how you...
You're good. You see, I always take the bait, and you are so media trained.
I'm media trained, honey. I took media training classes at USC. They offer. They don't. I was a bio major, but I'm taking media training. Media training. I think I'm going to be famous one day, and I'm in media training.
I bet there, whatever.
I'm sure there's some course,
class.
Yeah. But I did want to ask you. You're really pivoting.
I like it.
Pivot City. I did want to ask you if you knew from Colorado. Your stuff.
I'm hanging on to every
He's laughing at me.
I'm not laughing.
He's like, who is this version of her?
I love her. She's
Who do you love more? Who do you love more of all the versions of me? Honest, go crazy.
Of all the versions of you.
This isn't the question I was going to ask, but we digress.
I got to see wedding version of you. Oh, we've been at 2 weddings now.
We have, yes.
I love you at you at a wedding is a great time.
Okay.
And not even like it's and like I hope this doesn't put pressure on you to like in the future be like I guess I gotta be on at a wedding. I think you are the perfect sort of like frequency at a wedding where it's like you show up, you look great. Again, showing up with the perfect amount of detachment.
Oh,
and detachment is even like not the right word.
Yeah,
you show up and you're like, I know my place here. I'm a guest. I'm gonna like hang back, have a good time.
Thank you that's very sweet. You know, I will say when people go to someone's wedding or their birthday party and they're doing too much, I'm always like, you don't need to do all of that.
No.
It's kind of like this is about someone else. I've told this story on the podcast before, but I flew from an SNL my first who am I? Episode in my first season from
I remember this week.
My birthday, flew to LA for my friend's wedding, which was on the Sunday, which is technically when the episode was done. Mm-hmm. So people got me drinks, which was very nice to drink too much. Go to LA for my friend's wedding, and she and her husband, who just celebrated, and it coincides with my birthday, they're like 7th year. They were like, "Do you want to say?" Yeah, happy birthday! Thank you so much.
No, genuinely.
No, I know. I'm like, thank you. He didn't text me. Do you have anything you want to say for your
happy belated birthday?
No. Besides that,
I was traveling.
What was happening?
I was traveling.
Where were you? I had a party.
I know you did.
I didn't have a party. Look at him. He's getting got. I know, my love.
I can't keep up with Partiful anymore.
No. I didn't have a party, my love. I didn't have a party. I didn't do shit. Like,
keep that in.
I didn't have it. Keep it in. Keep it in.
Keep that in. Okay, wait. So your friend?
So
in LA?
My friend in LA, they were like, "Do you want us to sing Happy Birthday?" And I was like, "At your wedding? No.
Absolutely not."
And then they're like, "We'll sing it." And I was like, no. And then I felt we were going back and forth with the like, well, we will.
It seems like they wanted it more than you. What?
So then that's kind of what I started to feel like. And I was like, okay, well, if you want to, for you, just know that I don't need that. That's not at all. Imagine I'm on SNL at your wedding and you're singing me happy birthday. I'm like, I'm not a maniac. And so I was like, if you really want to sing me happy birthday, I feel like for you guys will feel whatever. But I'm like, please don't. And then my friend who was with me was like, that is so sweet of you. And I was like, so you would have let them sing happy birthday? I was like, I have so many of these, God willing.
Of course.
You have one wedding.
Do you think they just felt bad that you were flying in like on the day?
They're very sweet. Like, yeah, I'm sure it was some like, oh my goodness, you were just, but I'm like, I am so happy to be here to support your union. Beautiful couple. Love
Beautiful
my
couple.
friends. But yeah, people doing too much at someone else's thing. Like, let people have their
thing.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? And
Yes.
we can leave this out?
Sure.
I remember it was like your second week at SNL.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like is this a wedding sort of small lowercase t drama?
You know,
We don't have to talk about this.
it can stay in. It's staying in. I've said this before. I missed my brother's wedding. For my second week of
heartbroken for
Oh,
you.
and me crying in my dressing room. Like, but it wasn't like bawling. It just called him, and they were so supportive.
Yeah.
He and his wife, and I was like, "You look so handsome," and I was like, "And I'm not gonna cry," and then I just started crying. But like, yeah, I think. But going into SNL, I was like, I had not a great manager at the time that I started, and I had said, well, this is tough in terms of like potentially getting this job. My brother's wedding is October 6th.
Yes.
And I still remember. But I was like, my brother's wedding is October 6th. And he's like normal and getting married. And the others of the siblings are like questionable. And I was like,
you include yourself among the questionable ones?
yeah. I was like, we're weird. The other three of us. I was like, he's so normal.
Aww.
And it's so funny because then after like the wedding, I did take a train down to Maryland after, and like the whole family was there, and everyone was like, it was magic, it was pure. I'm like so happy to see everyone together, like my cousins from London, everyone was there. But I was like, okay, so I missed that, and I said one line in the show last night, which doesn't upset me. Like it was more just like I had asked my manager to be like, can you ask them to like just we can flag it now, we can flag it, but like before I even get the job, we can flag it. And he was just so like, SNL is Mecca that he wouldn't. He's like, we can't. And I was like, I feel like we probably can.
And now in hindsight, you're like, knowing what you know now, it's like he absolutely.
Oh, and even like
could've.
week 4, someone who worked there was like, I heard it was your brother's wedding, or it was like week 3. They were like, I heard it was your brother's wedding this week, and we could have asked. And they were like, we don't know what would have been the answer, but I think we could have asked. I think if we asked, the answer would have been yes.
I think so.
I 100%.
And this is not us like sort of like keeping like that institutional reputation squeaky clean. It's just like, no, they absolutely would have been like, of course you can go to your brother's wedding.
Your second episode.
Like, we're not going to fucking...
Yeah. And we know this well in advance. I have my dress. I have my shoes, my little gold shoes. So, but I think what it is like, there are people's weddings who I love and adore and I have missed, but I'm low-key not getting invited to like, I don't know if this is the case for you, but I'm not getting invited to weddings where I'm like, okay, I kind of know you. I feel like you just invited me because you're like kind of inviting everyone.
Sure.
All the weddings I'm getting invited to, I'm like, I really love and care about you, and if I can be there, I want to be there.
It's the beauty of weddings.
Yeah.
It's like it is informational about like the people in your life who like mean something. Whether or not you're like, oh, we barely know each other.
Yeah.
Should I show up? Or it's like you're one of the closest people in my life. Like, no matter what, like. It's a profound thing.
Have you been a groomsman?
Yes.
Groomsman?
Groomsman.
Yeah. In your sister's wedding,
my
probably?
sister's wedding, and then at Joel Kim Booster's wedding recently in December.
Did you give a speech at either?
Yes. Gave a speech at the rehearsal dinner for my sisters. Okay. And crushed.
Of course you did. Were we reading from paper or from phone?
I was
off book. That's the way to do it. I don't know that I'll ever be able to. But that's the way.
Yes, you can. You memorize words for a living.
When I saw Autumn accepting the Oscar for Best Cinematography, and I was like, she's off book, and I feel I'd be so nervous, and I'd be so like disoriented by the whole day and everything.
Yep.
So her calmly speaking up there.
That was hot.
So hot. Yeah. I was just like, how do they do it? I'm like, I would have to surely have written something. So you were off book.
I was off book.
Okay.
I was
amazing.
off book, and And for Joel's wedding, I think it was me. That was a two-hander. It was me and Matt Rogers, and we were reading off of a phone.
Okay, phone.
So that was tough.
Okay, the phone was tough.
Well, it's just visually, it's just.
It's the visual of the phone.
You know,
it's the visual of the phone that I think sometimes I'm like, oh no, maybe paper. But then I'm like, phone is just so easy.
Phone is just so easy.
Yeah.
But paper feels. Paper makes sound.
Yes, paper makes sound into the mic.
I think best option, unfortunately, is being OB.
OB.
Is being OB.
OBGYN. I know. I do think off book is good. Is it okay that we talked about this is your podcast? The what brothers wedding?
The brothers wedding.
Oh
thing.
yeah, that's okay. I genuinely, it was just like a crazy. But I've spoken about it, and it's just such a like, oh my goodness, I want to be there, and the whole family is there. They're all there in Maryland right now, and the pictures looked amazing. But my brother and sister-in-law were so sweet and so supportive, and I'm very grateful for that. And everyone in my life generally has been, by and large, like understanding that like we worked on Saturdays.
Yeah.
We worked on Saturdays, and that's a tough one. And we worked on Friday. We worked 6 days a
week.
Yeah,
basically.
And technically 7 because you're still working on Sunday.
You're coming up with pictures.
Yeah.
But would you understand it if they were like, for your wedding, they were like, we're not gonna come because. It's only fair.
Okay, I would understand if it was not. They would never do that, but I would understand it because here's my thing. My dream wedding is 40 people total between me and the groom.
Perfect. So 20.
I have a huge family, so that means a slaughterhouse record. That means people are getting slashed left and right.
I'm not getting the invite.
No, I just in my mind, but it's like so romantic to me.
Of course, you should just.
I'm not gonna do it. It's not elerp.
You should elerp.
I've thought about elerping, but then I'm like, but I want to throw a party. It's very twisted. So I'm like, I think
we're in a world now where you can be like, no one show up for the ceremony. It's gonna be 40 people, but we're throwing a huge bash afterwards.
That is true. Well, I have two of my friends just got engaged, and I was like, "What's the plan for the wedding?" And they're like, "They've been to so many weddings. They're always at a wedding in every country, So they're like, we just want to gather our loved ones for like an extended weekend, and like that's to them. They're like, that's our vibe. We have discovered from our experience and from talking to grooms and brides over the years that they don't remember anything from the day because it's so stressful, and they're like, neither of us is religious, and so this is what we want to do.
Perfect. Yeah.
Do you ever want to get married? Is that something you desire?
I don't know yet. I have not been presented that situation.
Okay, no one's
you know
proposed.
What I mean?
I understand.
Imagine if you could only answer that question if you've been proposed to. I think so, but it just depends.
Just imagine that question. Of course, but it's not something where, like, if you didn't get married, you'd be like, oh, this thing was missing from my life. You don't think? Okay, that's clear. Yeah.
What about you?
Do I want to get married? I do.
Yeah,
I don't know why I say it like that. No, I'm saying it like that. It's not for shame. I'm just like a girl who had like never envisioned her wedding. Mm-hmm. Someone asked me, what kind of ring would you want? I'm like, I don't know anything about rings.
Of course.
But there's some women who
know
and they know the cut and the princess and the pear and I don't know anything. I don't know. And I know that's not what getting married is, but like it's just.
It informs your vision. It informs your attitude about it.
Like I do want to, if it makes sense. But also when like guys answer that question that way, straight guys go like, yeah, I do. I feel like they're like trying to buy time and be like, I want to get married, but not to you. And so it's this very vague like, yeah, if I meet the right person. And so that's what gets on my nerves when I ask that question. Not just to guys. To ask that question to anyone, and it's largely guys. So
put them
and
on
I go, do you want to get married? And they go.
To the right person.
If to the right person.
Well, yeah.
Like, that's kind of the given of the question.
No, you have to marry this child bride.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you? And by the way, most of the time I'm not even romantically involved with the guy, and they answer that way. I'm like, what? Yeah, of course, that is to be assumed.
Yes,
as part of the question.
And so I feel like I kind of just did that. The gay guy version was, I've never been presented that.
Like, is it a desire of yours? Do you think that would sound nice for you?
I have more foresight, not foresight. I have more of a vision of that than I do having a child.
Okay, yeah.
You
Okay.
don't always, you don't ask all of your questions, but are you asking the non-parent guests these questions?
Not
in general?
always.
Not always.
Do you hate my questions
I
right now?
love these questions because
Okay.
I feel like I don't get it. I don't really talk about this.
Because everyone wants to know. This one question I do have right now to
Yes,
ask you
tell-
that
ask.
we moved from, and it's not family related,
Yes.
was you're going to NYU.
Yes.
You were doing comedy. Did you know before you got to NYU, you're like, I want to be in this comedy troupe or this sketch team that exists? Like,
Yeah.
I know that. You did know that. Okay.
I researched every single comedy group at all of the schools that like I was interested in, and then like things fell off once like I got rejected from schools. I was like, okay, I'm not going to Northwestern. Like Titanic players.
Okay. Okay. Close
Out.
it. Okay.
But I did. Oh God, it's so pathetic. And then I researched the groups at NYU, Hammercats and Dangerbox. I was like, oh my gosh, like the Boys of Derek Comedy. This guy Donald Glover was in this group, and then also he helped. And I went to the Dangerbox website, and there were names like Fran Gillespie, Anna Dresden, like all these people, and like now like they're all wonderful friends, and like now they're getting married, and it's
I know.
wonderful.
Can you believe it's amazing?
But it was I like researched it, and even at the time I was kidding myself. I was like, I'm only doing it as a hobby.
Oh, but you were so clear on like all that research.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
telling.
Yeah.
But you have to be like, is this going to be supported when I say that this is what I want to do professionally? Like largely in no way. Well, yeah.
Because you've said this, right? It's like we would say that we wanted to go into medicine because the reaction it would get from like the people we were around, the adults we were around would be like, oh my gosh, good for you.
Great.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's right. Good. That's right. Even I had like a friend, I was in LA. Let's say I'd been out of college like 3 years. And he's like, white dude from Baltimore. But he sent me text. He's like, what happened to being a doctor? And I was like, what do you care? He's not, I was like, what do you, like, and he wasn't doing it to be mean. He was just like, but what happened to that? I go, you're not, your parents aren't.
Exactly.
And again, meant it from a good place, but I'm like, wow, everyone's like really on board for this doctor thing.
So he asked you that, like, as a way to be like,
What are you up to?
What are you up to? And, but like, it's like if you asked him like, what happened to international affairs?
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you a diplomat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no one's beholden to their major.
No, and in fact, I don't even know why they're making us pick majors at that age, unless you feel so strongly.
Yeah. Which, God bless, you're one of the lucky ones if you have that conviction.
Yes, at that age.
At that age.
Honey, I signed up for all kind of student loans, thinking like, this is fake
Yep.
money. That was real money. That was real money someone had
Yes.
to pay back.
Absolutely.
I did not.
And you.
Someone did. I didn't. My
Nwodim, you've been served.
This is why at 9 p.m. he got the
This is
text
me
and he
coming
said,
to
"Oh, I'll
serve
be
you."
there. I have court documents for her." No, what it is that company like that had my loans actually like was sued by the government, and then my loans disappeared.
Are you serious?
I am as serious as a heart attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love this.
The power of prayer.
Power of prayer.
JIC.
Prayer warriors rise up.
Activate.
Activate.
It works.
How are the prayer warriors? I feel like you don't mobilize. You don't call on them as much.
I used to. I haven't been on the gram in the same way.
God bless.
Have you been on the gram?
Not in the same way. I feel like something has really turned in the last couple months.
Right? And it doesn't feel let me go. Right.
No.
But it doesn't also I had like gotten it off my phone
Yep,
altogether.
yep.
And I was like, I'm not tripping. Genuinely started playing my New York Times games.
Yes,
Even
yes.
more. Traded an addiction for an addiction.
Of course.
But I was like, kind of don't miss this not being on my phone. And then I was like, but why do I also get the vibe that like we're not using this the same way anymore? But it feels misinformed because I'm like, or
It's not.
ill-informed because I'm like, I feel like people are, but for whatever reason, I'm like, in my orbit, some people that I like really respect are just kind of like not on it. They
Yep.
have it. It's not.
I'm
the
not
thing.
among this, but you don't respect me.
I do respect you.
That's
I love you.
because no, there was someone was saying like it's no longer social media, it's engagement media, which has always been true, but in like an especially severe way recently, it's like it's really just about whatever. Like even all the things you're getting served in the algorithm are like things that already have like 40,000 likes. I'm not seeing things that are like, hey, this is something you would like, and it has like 20 likes and
Yeah. And that's what, I feel like every once in a while I have this like existential feeling of like, I'm in a machine and all
Yep,
the things
yep.
I'm mindlessly engaging with. And I don't just mean like engaging on social. I'm like, I'm just kind of going through the motion, touch phone and more
Yep.
in morning. And I'm like, I
Yep.
don't like that. That can't be so.
Are you doing phone in the other room during bed?
I need to get to that point. I need a new alarm clock.
Yes.
So I have this Philips sun thing I bought when I got
Yep,
here that
yep.
mimics the sun, and it's old, and they have new models now, and I need a new one. I do want phone in the other room.
You were very in on the ground floor. You introduced me to the happy light. To
The happy light, the sad light. Oh yeah, it's sad light.
It's the sad light.
Because I was like, when I moved here, I was like, where's the sun?
Yeah.
And I'm so sensitive. I say I'm a plant, and I'm like so remarkably sensitive.
Yeah.
To
You're a monstera. You
Yeah.
are. No, what plant are you?
I want to say I'm a birds of paradise.
Oh, love. Of course you are.
What are you?
Um.
Don't be mean.
No,
Okay.
I'm about to. Because I've murdered too many plants to
Claim to be. Don't say
one.
you're a succulent.
No, that's. I've killed succulents.
You've killed succulents.
I am right over there. Bamboo.
Bamboo.
Plastic.
Don't tell people that the plants in here are not real. You and Al Roker
Ow!
telling people the plants, these are real plants. They have been watered down.
It's got the like ramen noodle like filler. Like it's got that stuff.
But a bamboo, we make things out of you.
Yes, you do. Pandas
Sheets.
eat you.
Yes.
Pandas eat me.
Yeah. Okay. I like you as bamboo.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Like I'm there. I'm on Fire Island. They're everywhere in Fire Island.
Okay. I haven't been to Fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
I feel like I'm not mad aesthetically. I think a real bamboo plant, not this fake one. I'm going to say that. I'm going to just clarify.
Great.
I think that fits for us. Now for some serious real talk.
Let's go.
I want to confront something that happened I'm kidding.
This is the place to do it.
So I wanted to talk to you about something that happened. Okay. How are you feeling post-show? Mm-hmm. Because I do think that people want to know. Honest answer. How are you feeling? Is it disorienting in any way or?
Real talk?
Yeah.
Can I answer your question with a question?
Yes,
that
pop
will
off.
that will then like maybe either bind us together or
Separate us. Okay.
I haven't really been able to watch the show.
You haven't.
And
have
I've
you
only had-
actively been avoid? You mean like?
I've not been avoiding it. But this past week, we're in March. Like I, kind of, like, inundated myself, fire hosed myself with like new sensory experiences, i.e. travel. Mm-hmm. So it was like Christmas, then right into, and that was just like really, busy and sort of harried because of Christmas, and we're buying gifts and we're doing all these things. Then it was New Year's right into this Japan. I took like 7 of my friends to Japan. Mm-hmm. As like I couldn't have done the past 7 years without you. Like let's like please come with me. Mm-hmm. And that was 2 weeks. And then after that was Milan for work for this network, and Milan was wonderful. Once in a lifetime experience to go to the Olympics. It was still the Olympics. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Just logistically and stimulating. And then this Antarctica trip, because it was my parents' it's like my parents' bucket list trip, and I was like, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Just 3 of us. And I'm fine. I got back like a week and a half ago. Mm-hmm. And so last week was the first show where I was like, oh, I'm here and the show's happening, like,
and you're not there.
And I'm not there. Mm-hmm. Where I'm like across the river and I'm like spatially kind of relatively close.
Yeah.
And that was weird.
Yeah. 7 total years of 7.
7.5.
Of doing that, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, this is what I do every Saturday.
Yes, exactly.
During this time.
In New York City.
Yeah.
And that was, so I guess I don't know yet.
Okay.
But so far so good. I feel like it'll all be okay. Like, it just, I feel like it all happened the way it was supposed to, and but it was a thing where it was like, oh, I've lived through not literal seasons, but like and like metaphorical seasons here, where I'm like, oh, I remember when it was defined by a time when these people were here and then they left, and then these people were here and then they left, and like I think I should just very consciously with love like make way and like not take up too much air and space here.
Yeah.
And like honest to God, it was, and like I hope you receive this. It was like oh man, like King isn't here, and like my close friends, the people I laugh the most with, have moved on, and it just felt kind of the winds were blowing in that direction.
Different. Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah, it is interesting that when you come in, you're so like, I'm new here. This is so crazy. Yeah. I'm here. And then you get so accustomed to it and so in a flow and so entrenched in it. And then you're like, wait, I'm the senior now. That shit was crazy. When you're like, oh, I'm the senior now. When did that happen?
Because it's not like school and systems that we are used to, where it's like it's delineated by year. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like that happens, and then you're like, okay, am I still the same zeal? Do I still have the same zeal for it? And you have to check yourself there. And it's like, am I just taking up space? Am I taking up space because I feel I can? And am I feeling inspired still? I mean, coming up with pitches, I was like, I don't know.
I don't have it.
I don't have it this week or next week or this week, and then there's a pattern. So yeah, it makes sense that you're like, oh, these people were gone too, and it just felt like the winds were blowing in that way.
Like you were very. I'm sure you've heard this from many different people, but like in the fall, it was like you were very missed.
Thank you.
And for me especially, I was like, oh, like it is so important, and it informs something about this place. Like the way that place is populated is very, very important.
Yeah.
You know,
I do actually, which I feel like I hope we're not speaking in code or something.
We're not.
Because I'm like, that is so accurate, and I hadn't thought of it that way.
Yes,
Where like the way this place is populated is so important.
Yeah.
It is. It so informs your experience, and I think about our crew. And like our stage managers and head of hair and Tom and wardrobe, and I'm like, they've seen this happen like 1,000 times over.
I know.
So I'm like, are they totally immune to it? And we send like love you and miss you texts, but I'm like, are they? I believe they love and miss me, but I'm like, you've done this before. I've done this one time leaving, but you've had so many people leave over the years that you've grown attached to for years at a time.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know how they do it.
But I think they just know that it's like a beautiful gilded train.
Yeah.
That is just gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
And like everyone's getting off at different stops, but they know.
Yeah.
But I was oh my God, I'm gonna put him on blast. But Kentola, like, I've never seen this man like be jovial and great and whatever, and like Ken Sablett, like legendary writer, and he's normally just like pretty like, you know, just
been around
he's seen it all, just like I would say like lovably, charmingly surly sometimes, just and we were just saying goodbye at my last show, and he like was tearing up, and I was like, Kent.
Aww.
I was like, it was just people like that is something that like I remember where it's like, oh, like these are the things that I will always cherish about this place. It was, again, so beautiful, and it was a really like stimulating job, but like the things that I will kind of take away from it, and I'm sure you feel the same, it's like the people, the way that place is populated is the thing that I cherish the most.
Do you have anything you like, this is not meant to be funny, like any like regrets there?
Yeah Totally.
Do you care to share any? Like, yeah.
Oh my God. I give myself and everybody, honestly, a lot of grace, because it's such a high pressure job, and every week feels like it's the most important week. Mostly, this is honest to God, I'm like, I should have worked harder. I should have like. Especially, I've watched sketches of the shows that I've since I've left, and I'm like, oh, this person's doing such a great job and hitting all these marks and doing all these things, and I do start to retroactively go like, oh, I should have really like put more work into these sketches and really like delivered this cleanly or something. But then you remember that like that show is so at the mercy of the collective mood of like the audience that sits down, and the audience will change, as you know, between dress and air, between Wednesday and drag, but like so many stage gates of either complete approval or complete rejection, and it is very hard to not be at the mercy of that. My regrets are mostly like I don't know, this is like the science student in us where I'm like, I could have worked harder. I could have, the report card could have come back even better.
I think the audience is going to go, what the hell is he talking about?
No, okay, am I like not being totally, am I being a little bit like?
Because I do think people are going to be like, what? He did great. What, like?
No. Go back and watch any sketch. I'm tripping on my lines. I don't know where to look. Like
I think it's part of the dance. I think we worked really hard, and I think there's a reason there's only been so many people on that show in so many years. It's like it's a really hard job, and as much as people critique the work that's done there, I low-key want to be like, honey, you're not in the arena.
I know.
and you like, and I say it with love. And maybe before I got here, I might have been a keyboard warrior with all kinds of opinions. But then when you my big thing. I did say this on Caleb Herod's podcast once, just in general, like anyone's take about like someone should have. They didn't.
Yep.
This is not as funny as that. You have no idea. So you have no idea. I said on his podcast, I was like, in general, would love to see people just have a little more, perhaps empathy is the word, but it's namely to be like, you might not have all the information, and chances are you probably don't have all the information.
Yes.
And so like when I see these really hot and strong takes, I'm like, number one, baby, you're not in the arena.
Yep.
Another way for me to say that is, you could never. With all due love and respect, you could never. Love you. You probably have your strengths. I couldn't
do what you do. Yeah.
But I mean, like, exactly. I couldn't do what you do, but the notion, like, you have no idea how many moving parts. Even when I'd see people be like, that person's not funny, that person's not talented, and that person, I'm like, this show, respectfully, was not like a meritocracy. It wasn't like there's so many sketches I saw at table read that I'm like, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard read. We haven't even seen costumes yet. We haven't even seen a set. This is the funniest thing. And it's not going to go for a myriad of reasons that are beyond it. We weren't always putting the funniest thing or person up. That's just not how it works. And I'm like,
R.I.P. Spider-Man.
Oh God, that's thank you. No. But it wasn't about. It's not about me.
This is a sketch that Ego wrote
with Asha Ward. But it's but also not even about me. I'm talking like things like Sam J. I saw or Gary Wright.
No.
And so I'm like, it's not that.
I know.
But it does serve a purpose. The show, and it speaks to its audience, and it knows its audience. And so, but then I feel like at some point in the show, I used to get very protective. I'm like, but you're not there. You don't know. So the whole like this person's this person's not this. I'm like, you don't know, and you could never.
Yes, I completely agree with you. And my sort of companion take that I always say is, it's a sketch show.
Yeah.
It is not going to like unearth some like societal truth that shatters your sort of concept of like what comedy can be and what it should be. Sometimes it is just frivolous and dumb and like, and on that note, it's like, it's really hard to sort of like it's like the my favorite thing about comedy, and I say this all the time, is that there's no universal definition of what funny is. It is always an experiment. You never know what's going to work until it's in front of an audience, and then when it does work, it's the best thing ever. I will always say, I've said this many times before on the record, like I had to fly to London right after the first Lisa from Temecula show, right after that Pedro Pascal show, and I was like in a very like dissociated place in that time because I was just a lot of back and forth. But I remember landing in London and it just steadily growing and growing and growing in the way that like people were like, oh my God, this is like the funniest thing ever. And I was like, I told myself, I was like, this just made so many hard things worth it.
Oh, thank you. That was a very, wow.
That is one of there's just so many things about that sketch and that show in particular.
Yeah, the energy Pedro brought to the show, and me saying it with such like sadness. No, but I'm just man, it's pretty, thank you, first of all, but it was so cool getting to do that stupid, silly thing and the amount of joy it brought me, and it sounds like you, like, there is nothing like that feeling.
No.
There's nothing like that feeling. And sometimes it does just go that well, and then sometimes it's like, yeah, this is pretty funny, and somebody else is gonna think this thing that you think is mid is hilarious. Like, it's yeah.
What's an underappreciated thing of yours?
And I'm gonna throw that back to you.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, hold on. I
think things are appropriately appreciated for the most part for you.
I think appropriately appreciated. This is right before COVID.
Okay. Yep.
This is right before. I really enjoyed this. Mia's Cookie LaFleur. Daniel
love
Craig.
Cookie LaFleur.
Last episode before COVID. Don't eat the foil. And I know the take on that sketch looks as though we are making fun of Patti LaBelle. No, I'm obsessed with Patti for not dropping the paper on the cupcake thing. I'm obsessed with it. So I recognize that the take looks like that. It's more that I just think I think it's funny to not drop it. I'm not laughing at.
You're not laughing at Patti.
Oh, I'm laughing with you, and I love that you're like, no, I'm not letting this shit go, because that was crazy of me to think I was gonna eat the paper. The hell?
Eat the
paper bad. I was like, yeah, who are you talking to? I'm watching that. I'm like, why are you talking? It's a grown woman. It's a legend. That's probably, but I'm like, the world shut down. I mean, not that I think that would have in any way gone viral, but I'm like, I loved that sketch. I loved my collar, my outfit, and then the world shut down days later, and we were doing sketches in our home.
But then, didn't you think, like, I think I did just a crazy fucking update feature that show. I was Bottle Boy.
I remember.
I don't know why I spoke in a crazy Cajun like Andrew Dismuke's ass accent, but I was like, and that was the last ever Weekend Update feature, and I have to live with that.
And that's the last thing. I feel like so many times I felt that, though, being like, the last thing people saw of me was this thing that I'm not proud of. And on any given week, being like, I'm not proud of this thing. And it's been, there's sketches people were like, that obviously people have been upset about. And you're like, oh,
yeah.
The intention there was not that. And I see why you're upset. But like, also so much happens between dress and air that's out of my control. No. But I'm like, that's the last thing they'll see of me. There's so much of that. And be like, we would have a show and then go on a 3-week hiatus, and you'd be like, well, that was it. That's it. Whatever.
I know.
Do you have anything that you think was underappreciated besides Bottle Boy?
Bottle Boy was maybe overappreciated. Yeah. I think I really love, even though like the audience in the studio is like, huh? I like the Garrett from Hinges.
Yeah.
Just because that was like me and like the Please Don't Destroy Boys kind of like trying to come up with like the most disgusting type of like incel-y boy there is.
Yeah.
And but of course that doesn't play. That's not going to be like a knee slapper in 8H. Like no one's going to be like, yes! Like it's just like, this is an uncomfortable person.
Yeah, this man's like, no matter what you do, you can't kill these people.
You can't kill these people, or he's just barging into people's bedrooms. He's like showing up at people's weddings, and like he's like, so we were supposed to go on a date? But like, I think that's something that it's not underappreciated. I think it has. No,
you love it more than you feel like it was. Is that fair to say? Like,
yeah,
yes,
sure.
Great.
But I think that's totally normal.
Yeah, I think.
And like, isn't it wonderful to just even talk about this in hindsight?
I think it is. I'm gonna say it is. Clip that.
Clip that. Has it been like 2 hours? I could do this.
You want to go home?
No.
Bowen is so polite. That he's like, okay, bitch. It's
No. And this is something I learned in Japan. Okay, so the difference between like Tokyo people and Kyoto people is, if you're at someone's house in Tokyo and they want you to leave, they'll be like, well, I've got an early morning. Okay. Seems normal, right?
So guys do too. Yes,
totally.
Yes.
In Kyoto, I think this is so chic, and I think I encourage everyone to adopt this. It's just to be like, so anyway, oh, that's such a nice watch. And then you get the person to look at, thank you. And then they go, oh, and Oh, it's late.
They don't. What
You
if
make
you don't
it
have
think
a
like
watch?
it's their idea.
What if you don't have what if you don't have a watch?
watch?
So like in this room, you just did the Kyoto thing to me. Be like, oh my god.
No, I didn't do that.
This has been 2 hours. Isn't this? I could do this all day. Do you want to do this all day, bitch? This is supposed to be 1 hour.
I'm not doing the Kyoto
Look at
thing. Look at that's a beautiful digital clock.
Oh my god. You were talking about alarm clocks, Ego, and how you wanted to. I'm sorry, I was having fun talking to my friend. This was Bowen Yang. Thanks.
I love
Okay,
you.
I love you. Thank you for doing this. That was my discussion with Bowen Yang. Wow. All right, that was a good one, wasn't it? I think so. You think they're gonna clip it? I bet they will.
I bet they will.
He's still here.
Calls it weird. Bowen Yang calls his SNL experience weird. Because I use that word and you can use it.
You can, and he rolls his eyes. If they clip that, we'll clip this.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, if you want advice from me and my guests next time, I was gonna ask Bowen to give advice to someone, but I was like, he's got to go.
No!
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You didn't do it. We don't have anyone. Okay. So call 502-849-3237. 502-849-3237. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Dad is a production of Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeart Podcast. I'm your host, Ego Nwodim. Our producer is Kevin Bartelt, and our executive producer is Matt Apodaca.